Welcome to another installment of Moto Mondays. Yeah, Moto Mondays. And today what I'm going to cover is about mounting this top box on right here, the Givi bracket that I use to install this top box, the padding on here, and then we're going to go on an overview of all the accessories, including some that I have off of it right at this moment stored inside. And I hope everybody appreciates the video and all, and maybe give you some ideas of some modifications or something you might want to do to your bike. So let's get on and get this day started, and I hope you're enjoying this Moto Monday series. If you are, comment, let me know about it, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and let us know that you're a part of the team. Okay, appreciate it, and we'll get the day started. So last night I went to put this on, and there was one bolt underneath here. There's 4 bolts back underneath here. You can see the others. And one of them, when they had put the bike together, they had stripped the little Allen head. It's one of them, looks like this. That little Allen's really shallow down in there. The bolt kind of tapers in on the inside, and the actual where the Allen goes is very, very shallow. And they had, I guess, got the bolt at a little bit of the wrong angle and impacted it up, and there was no coming out. I had to drill it and put an ease out in it. So I did get it out this morning. I just decided to stop what I was doing and deal with it first thing this morning. Cap come down here with me, and him and I, and we've been on it. But thank goodness I had ease outs right here that I had sent from the US also. Man, all of those things have come in so handy, especially me being a guy with hobbies and loving to work on things. So we got this bracket on. It's a Givi. One of the reasons I wanted this brand made out of Italy is because it kept the original grab handles, to where most of the other brands you removed them and eliminate them altogether, or it had just a tube one like this that come around, and I didn't want it. I wanted the originals. And Givi, this Givi is the company that made one like I want it. So there it is, and there's no modifications to the bike. All stock stuff still there, and it's super strong. So well designed by that company. So now I can finally put the top box on, and so we're going to look at what it's going to take to put this adapter plate. I think it's going to be a piece of cake, and then it's done. After that, it's just cakewalk. So this is the plate that came with the top box. It'll adapt down on here. These bolts were inverted the other way, sticking down, and they were, for this to line up, they were hitting, and we weren't able to make these 4 holes line up. So I flipped them upside down, and we're going to see if they're going to hit the box and put on there. In worst case, I might have to take my grinder with a cut-off blade and take off that little extra bit of bolt right there. We're going to see. We're going to dry fit it here. It came with these clips that will go underneath and I guess help spread the pressure and the load out, because I am putting a large box on. So it's got those, and it came with a couple different lengths on bolts, little tools, not these tools, and these little tools, 2 different lengths on bolts, flat washers, and self-locking nuts. All right, so I think it's all mounted on there pretty good, but the only thing we need to do is slide the box on and check this, and you need to adjust this right here. These are those little washers. I want to tap that one around. I want it straight, but I got these on here, and it looks pretty good. So this will be my only concern, is getting this adjusted, and then if these are going to hit the bottom of the box or not. Because if I try to turn them the other way, they go just underneath the edge of the plate right there, and they stick. They're kind of tall, and they hit the back of the plate here. So what we had to do was get this lined up, make sure the box is all the way forward in those slots. Make sure you bump it all the way and bottom it out. And then we got this lined up, leaving these 2 bolts loose. Then under Cap's suggestion, what he did on his was put a pencil mark across right there. Then, because when you pull the box back off, you'll knock it back out of adjustment. Then got the box off, got it lined up, and got those 2 tightened up. And I did have to leave them inverted, but they are just barely clearing the box now. And I did have to take my grinder and cut the end of those threads off. That was the extra thread sticking out. They're self-locking nuts, so they should be okay. I went ahead and took a little chisel and nicked into the ends of both of them so that they can't back out anyway. So now there it is. Well, that should be a game changer for Melinda right there.
Oh man, you think you can move it over?
Oh, I was wrong. Shoot.
I need to go that way, but I ain't.
Well, there it is right there. I'm very happy to get that top box on. I think that is a huge asset to the bike. I really don't think I'm gonna add anything else on the bike right now that I can immediately think of. Let me go over a couple things that I have already added. So the first thing I added was this Oxford tank bag right here, and being I couldn't find the proper adapter for a quick release for it, at least immediately here in the country, and even trying to order one and know which type it is, I opted to just go ahead and go with the strap-on bag that's also magnetic, but you can use it as strap either way. In a previous video showed I removed these covers. I took these Velcro straps, cut, melted a hole in it, bolted through where the fuel tank bolts on both sides, and then I modified the Oxford bag, and I took a little snap that I had right here. I stitched it into the bag, a lot of stitching, make it really strong, and once again I melted a hole in the end of it, and right down in here I bolted it where the front of the fuel tank bolts down, so then I can pull and adjust this and tighten it. I've got my electrical port right here for USB, which I can simply just pull forward and plug in right there into the USB port. So that's one of the little add-ons I did on the bike. And then the next add-on I did is I put the upper and lower crash bar. So that was a wonderful addition on this bike, was putting these crash bars. It went right with the sporty look of the bike. It didn't take away from the look. In fact, I think it added to the look of the bike, and I'm very happy for those. And that was pretty simple to put on. Then what's next that I put on here? Then I put this mount right here that you can add accessories on, that normally things you would screw like onto a handlebar. It comes a little pop right there, or you can buy different mounts and mount a GPS directly right there as well. I already had this little phone holder right here that I used on my bicycle, and it's a great little phone holder. It latches down really tight. This is rubber in here, and you pull this, you can adjust it to many sizes of phones, and it's got a long thread there on it. You can adjust many sizes, and then when you get the phone up where it slides in there, you can pull this and it locks it in the rubber. So this is something I already had and I added on, but I ordered this bracket right here that goes in the factory slot off of Amazon. What else did I add? Let's look here and see. Well, I added then this top box right here. I got this Givi mount, which is an Italian made mount that you do not have to remove any of the factory equipment off or the factory grab bars to put it on. It's well supported. It's made for large back boxes on there. This is a 55-liter box. So just remove some factory bolts, replace it with some spacers and some bolts that they send with it. Then this box right here, I ordered it off of Lazada here in the Philippines. This is a F2 Moto. It's a very nice box. I like it. I'm very pleased with it. It's an aluminum box. It's not plastic. And as you see, I got my helmet in here. It's got this little light you can touch, turn on, turn off just by touch. One thing about the light, it was supposed to be magnetic. Let me pull this off here and I'll show you. It was supposed to be magnetic, and this little magnetic plate stick to this little magnetic strip. You could tell it would just slip and slide on there, and I said I bet that falls right off. Cap agreed. We closed the lid down kind of abruptly with it on there, and sure enough it fell right off. Then I remembered I had these Velcro strips, and so I ran up to my desk, I grabbed a couple pieces of that and stuck it on here, and that solved that problem. This box has got zipper pouches in it here, nice liner, good rubber gasket that seals on the box. Comes with the cover, rain guard. Comes with a lanyard with the keys. So there it is. It's a nice box. I like it. And you've got your strap in here. You can strap down so you don't have stuff flopping around. So there's that. Now, is there anything else I'm going to add to the bike? Well, the only thing else that I'm really interested to maybe possibly add is some panniers. I don't side boxes, you might want to call it panniers, panties. I hear people call them. I'm going to add me some panties. You put the panties up here. So I may add a set of those. I don't want any big, huge ones. I'm just not interested in that. I might get something that is quick release, also can take in, that's just not too atrocious and huge on here, taking away the sporty look of the bike. But Mel and I, we do plan to travel some with this, and we do need a place besides the top box to possibly carry some gear. Now we can still strap things onto the top here, either through this handle or through these loops, and I do have some straps here. So that's gonna be it for now for me adding anything, other than I might happen to run across some boxes that I like for the side. It's a possibility, but it's not urgent. What else is there possibilities? Well, the other possibility is I might remove this resonator right here. It's not a cat converter, it's just a resonator, and the thing weighs about like 21 pounds. It's huge. The heat gets right on this shock. It goes from up here all the way down here, and there's 10 million companies out there, not literally, but there is a lot of companies that make an elimination pipe for that, and it takes a lot of weight out of the bike, and it removes that heat off the shock. Now you follow the laws in your country. I'm not suggesting you do it or tell you to do it. It might be against the law for you to remove that where you're at, or you might have, for off-road use only. I am not making any suggestions to anybody to remove any equipment off their bike. It's just something that I'm considering here, putting an eliminator on that. Still gonna have all the same muffler, and still gonna have both of your cats are still gonna be in place. They're made inside the header pipe. There's a pre-cat and the back cat. So it's not gonna affect those. It's not gonna involve any retuning or anything like that. You're not gonna have to do no modifications to the bike. So I just put that pipe in and eliminate that huge resonator right there. It will change the sound of the bike a little bit, but it's not going to make it obnoxiously loud or anything like that. It's going to get you in trouble. So the only other thing I guess I haven't showed that I added is I bought the Insta360 X3 kit with the motorcycle kit. I bought it along with it, and it comes with all the hardware for attaching this camera in different locations around on the bike, including some tools to tighten these clamps and all. It's made very well. This is that invisible selfie stick. You can put it way out. You can adjust it however you want and shoot 360-degree video. It's very stable. It seems to do good. I like it. It's carbon fiber stick, and I did add that also. So there it is, and this is where we're going to leave it for the time being and just get out and have some fun. That box is going to help us from not having to tote stuff around every time we stop with the bike. I can lock my helmet inside of it. Melinda's helmet is not quite as pricey as mine, so we'll just strap it here onto the back of the bike or something. I can even throw my tank bag inside there if I need to. So there you go. I hope everybody enjoys watching these little accessories and stuff that I'm putting on the bike. I don't want to get it too busy, but I like it the way it is right now. It's very functional and just ready to get out and let's have fun.
Hello. was me when I was kid, carrying the wood.